All right, we're starting off this new week in the Tennessee Valley with some heat and then some four-letter words that starts with a C, which could be cold, and then another one with an R. Clay?
We'll say cool, Paul, but
not cold.
Not cold yet,
Okay.
but hey, we're getting there. But crank up that AC, make it cold in the house because you're going to need it today. It is hot out there and humid. Temperatures generally going to be in the 90s. And here's a look at our new weather wall. Pretty state of the art, if you ask me. Very nice, and I hope you're all enjoying the new studio so far. But here's a look at temperatures. Again, stepping out the door, it's pretty warm out there. 81 already in Chattanooga. We really didn't cool down all that much overnight with the cloud cover. 77 in Cleveland, 71 in Blue Ridge, 73 in Lafayette. So as you can tell, there's already very warm air locked in across the Tennessee Valley today. Once again, mid to upper 90s with some areas potentially pushing over 100 degrees. Now, this past weekend, we hit 100 twice in Chattanooga, making the fourth time this year, and that's rivaling what we had back in 2012, where we had 9 days in the triple digits. And that was one of the hottest years on record. So we're well on our way. But as we take a look at your hour by hour, notice the heat index climbing over 100 later this afternoon. We're going to have a lot of cloud cover early, but as that sun breaks through, that's going to give us that lift, producing some of those pop-up showers and storms. But right now, all is quiet, high pressure building in. A lot of cloud cover, however, that kept the heat trapped overnight. And that's why it's so warm here in Chattanooga in the 80s. Those dew points are up. Yeah, we had a little bit of a reprieve in the humidity last week, not so much this week, as we're just going to be dealing with very humid conditions, but it is going to cool down a little bit. Despite the humidity, we are going to fall down into the low 90s by Thursday and highs in the 80s. That is just gorgeous. I mean, especially after all of these really hot and humid days. But check this out. This is our days above 95 degrees, at or above, I should say, so far this year. So 21 beats the last 5 years we've had, and we're starting to get closer to that 2019 number. That was also one of the hotter years we've had. So we'll likely add a few more days until we start to cool down, and then we'll see what the pattern holds for the rest of the month. But for now, the next 6 to 10 days, believe it or not, trending cooler for a pretty good chunk of the country. Those blues are a sight for sore eyes. We are happy to see that. We have a pretty good shot at below normal temperatures. And keep in mind, our average high right around 90, 91 this time of the year. So below normal would typically be right around the 80s here across the Tennessee Valley, which is definitely something that we could get used to. As we take a look at your futurecast, there is going to be the chance of pop-up showers and storms, first developing along the Cumberland Plateau and in some of the higher elevations in western North Carolina, and then drifting into the valley. Now, the coverage is not going to be incredibly high today, but you could get some heavy downpours with some gusty winds. Not expecting any severe weather. And then overnight, as we lose that daytime heating, the storm chances fade, and then we're going to do it all over again on Tuesday. Notice how those showers and storms really start to explode going into the afternoon and evening, and then kind of fade out as we get into the latter half of the day. And that's going to be the pattern over the next couple of days. And then moving into the middle of the week, a better chance of some scattered showers. We're going to have this front coming in from the north. That'll give us that scattered rain throughout the day on Thursday as well. And then the front drops to the south. That could push the rain chances a little further to the south on Friday before we get that moisture surging back upwards going into the weekend. So it looks like we do have the rain on the way, which is perfect news because drought monitor is still showing the severe drought conditions across portions of our viewing area. We also have moderate drought across portions of northeast Alabama and North Georgia. So potential rainfall over the next 7 days actually looks pretty good now across much of southeast Tennessee, North Georgia, even back into the Carolinas, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. So that is fantastic to see. We need the rain, and it looks like we are finally going to get some. Now, as we take a look at your 7-day forecast, of course, the next 3 days are going to be pretty hot here across the Tennessee Valley. The heat index is going to be an issue through Wednesday. Storms likely Thursday, and then a nice cool down going into your weekend.